the first thing, I started the recording, so let's start this Excel. I'll start from the very scratch, like from the very beginning of it, so
Right.
that like even we have done it in the Microsoft Word, but just to give you a refresher, all the way from file, it goes towards the right corner and then come down, and then it goes towards left, and then go to file. This is a small rectangle, like very thin rectangle. This rectangle is called ribbon, right?
Ribbon.
And then what are these? Home, insert.
We have the tabs.
Exactly. These are tabs like home, insert, draw, page layout, formula, data. These are all tabs. And then these tabs has groups like
groups.
A group.
Groups.
Font is a group. Alignment is a group. Number is a group. In the same
every
way, tab, we have tables, add-ins, charts. These are all groups, right?
Yes.
So the groups
every groups have commands.
Very good. So the groups have commands. So all of these buttons like cut, copy, format painter, bold, italics, underline, all of these are commands. So if you go backward, the commands combine together to make groups.
To make groups.
Groups combine together to make
tables, tabs.
And then the tabs group together to make the entire ribbon, right?
Yes.
Very good. So this is the first thing that we learned, that this is about the ribbon. And let's discuss about the quick sizing toolbar. So we have on the right corner these three buttons. One is this is minimize. Minimize means once you click it, it go under it. Like you can see that it is appearing in the taskbar here, but and not sharing your screen. So this is one size. The second thing is close. So if you click it, this exercise will be closed. So you will not be able to you can say the file will be closed. Like if I close it, let me save it. So now you see it is not appearing in my on my taskbar, and it's not sharing my screen as well, right? And then we have the third button that we have is the center, which is restore. So you see, if I click the restore button, this is the place where you can actually play with this like your window. So you can you can like move your window towards left, or you can move your file towards right, or you can keep it in the center. So if you are working with multiple files, you can always work with the restore mode. And then you see now it's already in the restore mode. So now you see the button is changed. Now the button is showing it's a maximize button. So once it is in the maximize phase, you will see that now you cannot make it smaller. It's fixed. It's sharing the entire screen. Because you cannot go beyond it, that's why this button is working as the maximize. The restore one is the one where you can like move it in one side, and then you can also work with some other exercise in the right side. Like if you're working with parallel things, nowadays multiple windows available, like you can attach multiple screen to your computers. So that is also one of the option. But like it was handy when there was no multiple windows option was available, right?
Right.
Just to give you an idea, if you want to shift to multiple screen, so you can see everyone has on their computer there's one window option, so they can just press that window and P button. So once they press it, so this window will come up. So it will tell you where you want your let's say if you are working with multiple screen, it can make the things possible for you. So you can either see the PC screen only, like you are not projecting your, like right now this is the same thing, like I am only working on my PC.
Okay, all right.
Or if you want your screen to be on the projector and your computer as well, like normally in the presentation, like when I'm doing the class in the real class, I am selecting the duplicate. My students are watching my screen on the projector, like on the screen backside.
Okay.
I'm watching it like because I'm facing students, so I'm not watching the screen in the back. I am watching in my computer to tell them what we are talking about.
Oh, okay.
And there is another way, like if you want to extend, like your one window is like if you want to read very big document or something, you can extend your like a screen. So like 2 or 3 screens will combine together to make one big picture. So you can also use it as this one. Or you, if you don't want it, if you are only present doing a presentation, you can always select your computer as off, and you are only watching it on your second screen, like the
Second
projector.
screen.
So these
Okay.
are different ways of watching it. And how you can switch your computer to that one: press the
Yes.
Windows on your keyboard and P, and then it will bring you this option of project. Okay.
Okay. So how you do it again? One more time.
Sure. So on your keyboard, there's an option of like the Windows button, like that is uh, like start button you have in your computer, right?
Uh-huh.
This one, the start button. The similar button is on your keyboard by the you can say Windows, similar sign. So if
Okay.
you
Yes, I see it. Yes, I
press
see it.
and then press P, it will give you this option.
Okay.
Then you
That
can
and
choose
B.
like whether you want to duplicate, whether you want to extend, whether you want second screen only, or you want the PC screen only. So now you can choose where you want your display to be available.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now like here we can see that right now it's in the restore phase. So it means if you are working with 2 or 3 different you can say sheets or you can say different documents, you can open them parallel and then you can work with them. Like you don't have to switch screens, you can just simply read here and put the information here, or take the information from here and paste it there. So it will
Okay.
save a lot of time for you. So so let's start working with the Excel.
Yes.
So this is the button that is for the restore. Restore is the phase where you
Right.
can play with the size of your Excel sheet. And then if you are in the restore mode, then you can also click this maximize button. But once
Yes.
it is in the maximize, it will be like sharing the entire screen. Like it's not like it's sharing, it's using your entire screen actually. So these are the different 4 ways of like you can say different 4 sizes, or size of the screen. The same way, because this is used to for your screen to share like different sizes to share the screen size. That's why this is called this like menu is called, these buttons are called the quick sizing toolbar,
The quick sizes.
right? The same way we have, if you want to work with the ribbon, like if you want to see what type of information you want, so you have other options available, like you can auto hide. So as soon as you stop working, this ribbon will be hidden.
Oh,
As
it
soon as,
hides the all the ribbons.
exactly, and let's say if I move it away, like if I am here, the ribbon is hidden. But if I want ribbon, you see, I can go up and then I click, and then it will come back.
Okay.
So that's how it will come back. So this is the option of auto hide. The other option is only show tabs. So this will only show the tabs here. It will not show the other commands. It only show the tabs on the top of the Excel file. So this is another way of looking at it. And the third one is show tabs and commands. So here you can see that I can see all of my commands and the tabs in the screen. This one, the one I'm using is 2019. So just to give you an idea that after 2013, like 2013 and onwards,
Right. Change
it's
the.
for the 2010, like
Uh-huh.
until 2010, this button was until 2010, that button was not available. It was like an arrow, a small arrow,
Like a small error in the bottom. Yeah.
like this one.
Uh-huh.
So this type of arrow will be here, and then you can use that one to apply the same like changes.
Right.
Right. And then we have, if you move towards the left side, this is my toolbar. So like we have the engineers
Yes.
have their toolbox where they are keeping every like you can say their instruments, or you can say their gadgets, everything inside that toolbox. The same way we are working on documents. So my tools are here. These are all my tools. I am working with them. Uh, all of these are my tools for coloring, for making the tables, for printing. So these are all my tools, and these tools
Exactly.
are like in different tabs. So all of these tools are dispersed in different places. So, but let's say if I'm using some of the tools like more often, so what I can do, like if I keep it there, so for let's say if I want to filter my data, so I have to go all the time to data, and then I have to filter it. So it will take my time because I have to click one button data and then I have to go to filter. And
Okay.
of course, if I don't know it, then I have to look like a little bit like it, my search will take a little bit time. So what is the best way of resolving this issue? You can bring the tools that you are using more in a more prominent place. So this is my place where I can access to my toolbar, like in an easier way
Right.
or more
Okay.
faster way. So
Or the
that's why
stuff
it's
that you use in the most.
yeah. So whatever the tools I'm using, I'll be placing on the top of the screen, and that's why these are called quick access toolbar. Like this place is called quick access toolbar, and you can customize it. How you can customize? Just simply click this button, and then you can go to more commands. In just 1 minute, let me see.
How that called? Quick what?
This is called quick
Uh-huh.
quick access toolbar.
X toolbar.
Quick access toolbar. So why you can access to your tools in a little bit faster way, right? So quick means to make it faster, like to find it faster, and of course access means quick access means you can
Right.
access these tools faster, and your tools are inside this one. So let's make some of the tools available here, and you can click more commands, and then you can add some of them. Let's say uh, I want and we already have some of them. So let's say pivot table. If I'm working a lot of time with the pivot table, I can just click select the pivot table,
Right.
click add. If I want to add paste, I click add.
Right.
If I want to add repeat, I can click add. So now I added 3 items. See, repeat is still here, right?
Yes,
Paste
sir.
is still here.
Right.
And then you can say pivot table is still here. So what it does, it only make these commands available on the top of the screen. It is not moving it from my toolbar. So you know that if you are not looking in your top of the screen, if you are searching it in your toolbar, you will still find it.
Right.
So don't be confused that you are removing it or adding something somewhere. No, you are just making something available in another place as well. So so here we have made these things available in the quick access toolbar,
And the quick
and then
access
you can click
toolbar.
OK. And now you see these buttons are available on top of the screen. Always remember, keep your quick access toolbar as small as possible, because you
Yes.
want to use it more efficiently rather than instead of searching here, you will be searching on the top of the screen. So
I
always
got you.
remember, it's a good idea to keep them handy, but don't keep everything handy. Otherwise, everything will be again out of your vision or view,
Yes.
and then you'll be searching here everything. So it will not serve the purpose. So the things that you're using more, you can bring them here, and then you can use them whenever you want. Again,
Okay.
if you want to remove any of these, let's say you are not using them anymore,
Mm-hmm.
once you bring it here, it doesn't mean that you have to keep it all the time. You can always change things. So you can just go back to more commands, and then let's say you don't want to repeat anymore, select it, remove. So once you're removing it, doesn't mean that you are removing it from your
You're just
like
going
top.
back to the original.
Exactly. You are only removing it from your top of
From
the
your
screen.
top of lips, yeah.
So remove it. Paste, I don't need it, so I'm removing it. Pivot table, I don't need. Let's say I'm removing it, and my things are done. I just click OK, and now my quick access toolbar is as clean as it was before. So quick access toolbar is a good option to keep the things handy, but don't make it jumbled up with a lot of tools, or you can say commands, so that you have to search the desired command in this area. Yeah. So this is the quick access toolbar and how you can bring in or take out the tools from this area. Then we have next thing is the scroll bar here. So if you want to go up and down,
Up and
either
down.
use the arrows, this one or this one, to go up and down. The
Right.
other way is press the left mouse key, and then you can just drag it up and
Drag
drag
it
it
up and down.
or make it faster, right?
Yeah.
The same way
And
you
the
also have the
bottom.
scroll bar for the sideways. You
Uh-huh.
can either like click left side or right side
right side.
to go left and right. But you can also use this scroll bar, like you can press the left mouse key, and then you can drag your mouse towards left or right, and it will work.
Right.
So this is one more thing that sometimes the table or the chart we are getting is so big that you can view it properly. Like the numbers are very like because the chart is very big, they put the font of the number or the details in very small fonts, which is like very much not you can say viewable or not very much legible, or you can say it's not clear to see. What you can see is what you can do easily is you can simply make it zoom in and zoom out. So you
Zoom
can
in or
just
zoom out.
you can make it bigger or smaller using this zoom button. And of course, uh, like right now mine is 100%. The bigger I make it, it's like more visible for me.
Right.
So let's say if I am working with a table which is like very big, but I need to stay focused on some of the numbers, it's much easier to like use my zoom in option so that I can see it more properly.
Yes.
This is one more thing done, and then we have so we covered this one. We have covered the entire screen. So whatever the document name is will always be on the top of the. Right now my window comes up for this meeting, but yeah, if I hope you can see the name of this document will be appearing on the top of the screen here.
And the MS Office Excel.
Right. Yeah. So this is the name of the topic, or you can say whatever the name of this Excel book is here will be appearing in this document. Like will be appearing in this document.
Right.
Then we have the next thing we are learning here is rows and columns.
Rows and columns.
Yeah. So these are all rows. Like 1, 2, 3
Yes.
is like these are all rows, and all of the things on the top are columns.
Yes.
Just in case, I always tell my students to remember it, and in a way, I tell them that number ends with R. So remember that all the rows
Yes.
are like all the numbers are actually rows.
Other rows.
So the left side, which is of numbers in Excel,
Columns.
these are rows.
Yeah.
And
those are
on the
columns.
top of it is the columns. Yeah. So again, just in case if you ever forget which one is rows and which one is column, the number has
numbers is rows.
So rows, and the other one is columns, right? And
Yes.
then each row and column meet like at some point. These are cells. So let's say if I select it, so C and 2 they meet in this cell.
In the cells.
If I click here, D
18
so this cell is D18, right?
Yes.
So every cell has a place where you can just join a row and column, and that row and column will become it's you can say that it's appearing in this place, which is the name box, or you can say the address of your cell. So this is the name box or address of this cell is right now D18. If you bring your cursor here, yeah. So if you bring your cursor here, you see the I is green, and the same way is green. So, so it means that the address of this cell is I3, and it is the same thing that is appearing here.
Yes.
If I bring my cursor somewhere down, let's say if you lost your cursor somewhere, no worries. You can just simply see here, the cursor is at H57.
Yeah.
And the next thing is like these are rows, these are columns, and then this is cell. So if you ever forget why, like what is the name of it, always remember that it looks like the cell in the prison. So in the prison, the people are kept inside. In this one, we are keeping the data inside this cell. So just to give you an idea that how you can remember these things, maybe it will help you once you are recalling the name. Okay. So this is the address, like name box or
name box,
address area of your cursor, and this is your formula bar.
The formula bar.
Exactly. So whenever you are typing any formula, that will be appearing.
It's going to appear over there.
Exactly. Let me give you an example. Here equals sum if I type something, see this area has only numbers, but the actually this is not the number. If you
Yeah,
want
the
to simply see
formula.
this, the formula is applied. So, and let's say if you don't want to add from 16, you want to add it until 15, you can always click here and you can make it 15, and then it will be corrected. So always remember
Okay.
that in the formula bar, you can make a lot of like that will help you in a lot of ways to correct the data or make changes in your in your formulas. Okay.
Gotcha.
So yeah, this is one more thing done, and then this is our table. This is our practice table. So let's say if I want to make it like if I want to make or insert one more column in between,
Column
I
in
just
between.
yeah. So just remember this style of the arrow. Once
Yes.
this arrow is here, let's say if I want to add one column after SKU, one column after name, one blank column after vendors, one blank column after LOC. So I'll be selecting after SKU. I'll select
And
the
let's
cell
see.
and then I'll just insert. Again, after name, I need one more column, blank column.
And
I
E.
select this one, right click, it will give me option, and then I
And then
click insert.
insert.
Then again, I want one more blank column after vendors.
And G.
After vendors, so I'll go to the next cell, which is after vendors. I select it, I right click, and it will give me an option of insert. I just click insert. And then again, I want one more blank column after LOC. So I'll just select LOC. I see that LOC is in this like
And
column.
H. You go to
I can
I.
go to I. Then I right click and then I click insert.
Insert.
So that's how you can see that blank columns created. The same way, if I want to add one more row after SKU, one
Yes.
more row after like HM1235 after 11241. So if I want like 3 blank columns after the first 3, so I can go first blank column I need after SKU. So I select it. It's 8. So I'll be going to 9 because I wanted one after this one. So I'll click insert and I'll be getting one blank
One
column
yeah.
after SKU. I need one blank column after HM1235. So on the left, one like it is 10. So I'll go to the next. And then I click right click and then I click insert. The same way I want one more after 1241. So I select this one. So it is now 1241. So I want blank column after this, blank row after this one. So I'll be selecting the next one, right click and then insert. So once I click insert, you see after each of them, like after this one, after this one, after this one, I got one blank column.
Right.
Same way. The only difference is previously we don't have a blank column. Right now we have blank columns. So if I want to delete these columns, like the blank columns, how I can do that? Very simple. I go up and see I want to delete this blank column. So I'll select it. Same way. Left click. Once I do the left click over it, it will select the entire column. Then I'll do the right click and then I just click the same way. I want this column to be deleted. Then I left click. Then I right click and then I select delete. If I want to do this one, I just left click, then I right click, and then I select delete. Again, the same thing. So if I want to delete the row, this blank row, I'll just select with the left click, then right click, and then I select the delete option. The same way, left click, right click, and delete. Left click, right click, delete. So by using this button, like by using these options, what we learn, right click is to show you different options. If I want to know what are the options available for me on this screen, I just select the cell, I can right click and it will tell me what are the options available for this screen. The same way, if I want to do something on this H, I select it and then I right click. Once I right click, it will tell me what are the options that I can take with this H column.
Yes.
Right? In the same way, if I want to do something with the rows, I select the row, I right click, and it will tell me that what are the options I can do with these like rows.
Right.
Right. I think I clicked something by mistake. So it's reading. Yeah. So yeah. So now we know that how to
Insert
insert or
and
delete.
delete.
The next thing is if you have a table that is totally merged, like this one. So sometimes when you receive a table or spreadsheet something, the data is not visible. It looks like this one. So now we will learning how you can open that Excel sheet, right? So let's say you have this table and you
Right.
are working with this table, but now you see that the numbers are coming as a hash because
Right.
you cannot read it, right? So if you
Right.
want to read this data, there are two ways. Either you can, if you want to read the data which is in L, right? And the L is actually can be made bigger either
Okay.
by like pressing the left mouse button and
Right.
drag it to the right, right? So, but it's totally manual. The other way, you can double click. You can go on the top where L and M are meeting. Like there is one
Right.
thin
Right.
line between the L and M. You double click on this. Just 1 minute more. I just want to show
And
you one more
restore
thing.
it.
Always remember that when you are like increasing the size of the column or cell, you need to make sure that your cursor looks like the two arrows in different directions, like arrow
Yes.
in different direction, right? So when you see it, then it means you can expand the cell or you can expand the expand this area.
Yes.
So once you double click, it will open it up for you. But if you are doing it for 1 or 2 columns or 1 or 2 rows, that would be fine. But let's say if you're working with a very big table, then of course it will be it will be a big exercise to do it multiple times. So we have a shortcut for that. You can select the data. So you can select the entire data like this, select the entire table like this. So once you have selected it all, just press the Alt button, Alt, then H, then O, and then I. So
Right.
this Alt H O I will actually maximize the entire data to the size which is very much visible for you. So yeah, this is one more thing that I wanted to know. But you see, we can see the number here, but we cannot see the number here. Why?
Right.
So like why it has not extended to its like maximum size. The only thing is we have selected the table only, right?
Okay.
And whatever is inside this table is actually extended for the visibility, but
Okay.
area was not in that portion, like it was outside of this table
Right at the table.
which was highlighted, so that's why it is like not expanded to show the complete view. For that one, it's only one thing, so you can just simply drag it towards right, single way. Why I suggest to drag it manually like this one, sometimes we have some data which is sharing this which is under this cell, and that could be very big numbers of very big like values. Like this cell, if I make this example will fit here first, so let me put it here. So let's say if I have this data, I see it, and then I open it.
Known caller.
So right now, like if the data which is under this under these cells were hidden inside this one, you can see if I try to open it, how far this cell will go. Like it would have opened from this area to this area, but this cell would have opened until here, and this cell would have opened until here, right? So all the cells, because they are all aligned, so the first cell like this one would be as big as starting from here and ending until
Okay. If you do that, okay.
Your data will look like it will not look as good as as a presentable table, right? That's
That,
why if there's only one or two items, we are just doing it manually in a way that is more presentable.
got it.
So this is one more thing. So expanding the table we have done. The next part is, let's start with the exercise. So sorry, before starting exercise, let's do one more part, that is merging and center. So let's say when we are writing or when we are working with the table, sometimes we are trying to make some headings or making merging that requires merging of some of the tables. Now
Right.
we'll be learning how to merge the tables, right? So
Uh-huh.
very easy. Just press the left mouse key and then keep selecting the 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 area that you want to merge.
Exactly. And then you go to merge and center.
Very good. Or you can just select using a shift key and the down arrow key on the keyboard, and
Okay.
then you can select how much area you want to merge. Once you select the area that you want to merge, go on the top and click merge and center.
Merge and center.
And then your date, like all the cells are small, but this
Right.
cell is quite big. You can use this one for your headings and other requirements. Like what? This is the way you can merge it. Sorry, let me do it. So let's say if you have a table that is already merged, but you don't want to use it anymore and you want to take it out from your screen, very easy. Select it first,
Just select it, go to the little arrow, and
and
go
then
on the merge cell.
very good. So now you can do the unmerge of it. So you are good. We have done, this is what we have covered in the last class.
Right.
So now we'll be moving towards the new topics for today's class. Okay.
Okay.
So the first thing we'll be covering is add all. So if you want to apply the formula for add all, so by saying it, I mean all the numbers from 2007, all the numbers of 2008, and all the numbers of 2009.
Yeah.
I want to add all of them. How I can do it? I'll just select it. I'll
Select
just say
that one.
equal. And then let me show you one more thing, which is I just want to show you that how answer of addition, right?
Okay.
So when it says when you are getting the answer of addition, that is called sum, right?
Some.
So when you are applying a formula, you are adding all of them, right? So what
Yes.
it will be called? Equal sum, double click, or you can also bracket open using your 9 number key, right? And
Okay.
then you can select. So press the left mouse button and drag it down all the way till the last number, and then click enter. So it will add all of them.
Okay.
The same way, equal sum, double click, drag it down
Select.
all the numbers,
Mm.
enter. Equal sum, and then double click, then drag it down for all the numbers. How you can drag it down? You select the first one,
Yes. Uh-huh.
and then you can press the shift key on your keyboard. You can press the down arrow key. It will be doing the same purpose. Or you can put your mouse on the first one, the first number, press the left mouse key and drag it down. So
Right.
all the numbers will be here. Click enter. That's it. So now I'll be stopping the recording, and then I'll be working with the students. Okay.
Okay.
So for the same exercise. So uh, Mark, can you share your screen, and then we'll work together.
Okay.
So now let's do one more exercise, which is previously we have done how to add all the numbers. Now we'll be learning how to add
Yellow.
specific numbers, or you can say cherry picking. Okay.
When you
So
say add yellow, it means the highlighted only?
yeah, the highlighted one. Yeah. So
Oh,
I
okay.
will just be selecting yellow ones.
Okay.
Let me share my screen, and then I'll show you.
Yes, sir. Also, do I have to do something on my deselector or what?
No, I'll be
No.
showing in my screen, and then
Okay.
you will do the same thing on your.
Okay.
So you see, we have learned the first thing, which is like select all the
Arrow.
numbers.
Mm-hmm.
When we are selecting all, we are using the shift, right?
Right.
When we are selecting the numbers. If we are using the keyboard, we are selecting the shift. So
Yeah.
now let's work for the cherry picking. I am adding numbers, not all of them, but few of them. How I can
Yes.
do that? Formula will be same, equal, sum, double click, and then you see I have to cherry pick this number, this number, this number, this number.
Yes, sir.
I press the shift key, it will start selecting all of them.
Exactly.
So how I can do that? I press the control key, CTRL key on your keyboard, and then I start selecting. Press the CTRL and keep it pressed and start selecting the numbers. I want this one, I want this one, I want this one, and I want this one.
Okay.
Then click enter. So now I have not selected all of them. I have selected, if you
Only
go
the
to the
highlighted.
J9, J11, J13, J15. So I have not selected all of them.
Exactly.
I selected specific
J9,
numbers.
J11, J13, J15. Okay.
Exactly, right.
So you always keep the control bar on all the time to select.
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep it pressed. Again, if I want to add specific yellow numbers, or it's not necessary that I'll be adding yellow numbers. I just show you one more thing. Equal sum. And then if let's say if I want to add number from here, from here, from here, from here,
just
so
select
I can select the number I want. So it means cherry picking. It's not necessary that you are selecting it from.
I understand that.
Right. So
you
now
can go
it's
to
like
any.
you can select it from anywhere, right? So and then you do enter, and it will give you the total the numbers that I have selected.
Right? And then you select it, yeah.
Exactly. So now let's do it for this exercise. Equal sum, double click. Oh, I think I did some mistake. I move my equal sum, and then double click. Now I want to add the numbers which are
the yellow
ones only, right? So I press the control key on my keyboard. I just start selecting number. This one, this one, this one, this one. So how I do it? It is possible with the keyboard too, but I'm using my mouse. Like I press the control key, and then I start selecting from my mouse. That's much easier. I just click one by one, all of them. Left click, not the right click, the left click. So once I select them, I just click enter.
Execute. Okay.
And then again, one more time, equal sum, double click. Just to give you an idea, let's say if you missed to type sum, equal sum, and then you missed to double click, and you are here. So don't get confused. There is one bracket open sign after like with the 9 number. You can press this button from there. So once you click it, the formula will be automatically corrected. So and then you can start selecting. So I want to select only the yellow one. So I'm selecting the 4202. My CTRL control button is already pressed. So I am selecting one by one all of these 4, and then enter. So now all these numbers are selected. The same thing for the white ones. So if I want to add only the white color, like white boxes, equal sum, the formula will remain the same. Double click and then press the control key.
Select this, the white one.
Yeah, and then once you selected it,
enter.
Again equal sum,
double click,
and press the control key. Double click, press the control key, then select one by one white numbers. The control key is still pressed. Now I move my fingers from the control key, and I'm just clicking enter. Again, equal sum, double click. So once the bracket is open, I press the control key. I start selecting number from the keyboard, from the mouse. So I select this one. I select this one. I select this one. I select this one. So I select all the numbers that I want to select. I remove. I move away my fingers from the control key, and then
select enter.
That's it. So once it's done, it adds all the number that I have selected using the control key.
Yes.
So now I'm again pausing the video so that you have the smaller video to watch afterwards. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let me pause the video and then we start working with the students. So let me start sharing my screen. So what we have learned here is like how to add the numbers from top to bottom. Now it is not necessary that we will be adding numbers from top to bottom. Sometimes we are adding numbers sideways, right?
Yes.
So I can exercise for that scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I have to add all the numbers from
Another
2007 to 2009. Formula is same. So equal, sum, double click, and then you will be pressing the same
control.
Not control. Here
no,
is the shift key, shift key, and the arrow key towards right. Or you can just
also the shift and the arrow. Okay.
Or you can like click the first cell that you want to add, and then you can drag your mouse towards right.
Right. Either that or shift it.
Yeah. So there are two ways. If you want to use the keyboard, then shift and the right arrow key.
Okay.
The shift and right arrow key is the keyboard.
Okay.
Or you can put your mouse on the cell, the number first, and then press the left mouse key, and then start dragging towards right, and select all of them three, right?
And then enter.
And then click enter. That's it. So now you see how you can add them like sideways. Yes. Like let me do it one more time. Equal, sum, double click, and then like select the first one with the mouse,
shift and
press
shift
the left or shift, and then use the keyboard right arrow key, and then select the numbers that you want to select, all of them, and then click enter. So once you select all of them, like these, this is the way when you are selecting all of them. Let's say if you want to cherry pick again, here comes the different idea where you are not selecting all the numbers, but selecting some of the numbers, right? Cherry picking. Yes. So again, same equal. Sum,
double click.
Formula is not changed, right? Only the thing is, previously you were adding number like this. Now you are adding number like this. So for this one, we have to add the 2007 and 2009 numbers. So press the control key, select the first number, select the second number, then that's it.
So how you do that by control or shift?
I keep the control button pressed, and then I
select the mouse 2007 and 2009. Okay.
Exactly. See, equal, sum, double click, and then I press the control key. Yes. Once I press the control key, I have to add the number of 2007 and 9. I select the 2007 number using my mouse.
Yes.
Then I take my mouse to 2009 number. I select it.
And enter.
And then click enter. So now we doing the same exercise, and I'm pausing the recording. Okay.
Okay. So share my screen.
Yeah. Just a minute. Okay. So now we'll be learning how to work with the average. So if you want to calculate the average, it means you have to add all of these numbers, and divide it by the number of items. So let's say we add all of these numbers, which is 17,385, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 numbers are there. So we'll be dividing this number by 8. But instead of doing so much laborious job, we can actually use the average formula for the Excel.
Okay.
Like a click of a button. Let's start. So equal average, and then we want to make average of all of these numbers, right? So again, the same thing. Either we can select the first one as the shift, and then we can just use the arrow key. With the mouse, we can just drag the left. We can just press the left mouse key and drag all the way down.
Gotcha.
Both of these are same. Again, equal, average,
average, double click,
select all the numbers, and then enter.
enter.
Again,
Equal, average, double click, select all the numbers, and enter.
Again, we have done it for here, and now we'll be doing the sideways. The only difference is you will be moving the cursor or mouse sideways, or you will be pressing the shift and moving it
The
towards
shift with the arrow, right?
Otherwise, process is same. So let's do it here. Equal, average, and then you will be moving it like for the, it is here 2007 to 2009, right?
Yes.
So start selecting from here, 7, 8, and 9, 3 years.
Enter.
And it will give us the average of 3 years sale. Equal, average. And then like selecting the numbers, click enter, and it will give us average. So now I'll be like stopping the like pausing the video and sharing your screen. Okay. So now let me start sharing my screen. Okay. So the same way formula will remain the same. The only thing is now we are trying to find the highest number in the table. The only thing is like when we are working with the addition, average, maximum, minimum, the table is very small. We don't feel the beauty of it. But let's say if it's a very big table and you have, let's say, hundreds of numbers and you are trying to add all of them, or you want to find the average of all of them. And let's say hundreds of them, you want to find the biggest number in the entire like column or row, like hundreds of out of hundreds of numbers, then it will become a challenge for us with the eyes. But Excel can do it faster. The same way, if you want to find a minimum number, from here we can see that 1100 is the smallest one. Or
and the 36 is the 3650 is the higher one.
Is the highest one, right? Yes, but let's say if there are hundreds of numbers, then it will become a challenge for us, right? So the quality of this exercise comes when there are a lot of numbers and we are playing with that. But of course, process is same. Like you'll be applying the formula in a similar way. There's no difference in applying the formula, right? So let's start working with the maximum. So if you want to see which one is the highest number in the table or in the cell, so what you can do, you will apply the max formula, which is equal
maximum.
Let me see if I'm recording, because I don't want to miss the recording for this part. Yeah, recording is there. So equal max, the same double click. Once you double click, then you'll be selecting the entire number. So it's your choice. Let's say if it's a big table, you are selecting the entire table to see the maximum of it. Or you only want to see the maximum of this column.
Just a little column there.
So you can just select the table where you want to find the maximum, and then you can click enter. It will find the maximum number in this area.
Right, exactly.
The same way, equal maximum,
and double click,
and then
select the whole entire, enter,
and then enter. The same way,
equal maximum,
and then
double click,
select
the entire column, and enter.
The same way for the minimum. Here we are trying to find the
smaller one. Equal minimum, double click.
And then again the same thing. Either you are selecting for the entire
entire
right? So you selected, system will take care of it. But here we are only practicing for this column only, right?
Yes.
So I will start selecting the column like this, and then I'll click enter. So 1170 is the smallest one. Again, equal minimum,
double click, select
the entire
whole
area
column
that you want to see, like in the area from where you want to find the smallest one.
Right, enter,
and click enter.
950.
Equal minimum. See, when I type minimum, I actually missed. You can say I missed this one, right? So if I ever miss my double click option, No worries. Just click the what's it called, Shift key and the 9 number. That will bring the bracket open sign.
Yeah.
Then you can just simply select all the numbers.
That will give you the formula, right? When you do the shifting and the thing on the top and over the 9.
Yeah, it will give me the bracket open sign, which is required to apply this formula, right?
Exactly.
You see, after min, there is a bracket open, right?
Yes.
So if I miss this bracket open, then of course I can click this button like Shift and 9. It will give me this bracket open sign,
exactly.
and then I can select the number and then click
Enter.
Right. The same way on the right side, if I want to see the minimum of 2007 and 2009 numbers, like which year, when I was doing here, I was trying to see which one is making maximum business. Like in this one, this one was making more business. In this one, 1170, this one is making the minimum of the business for my 2007, this product.
Yeah.
Right. So let me show you here. So in 2007, breakfast blend made the maximum of the business, and dark bean has done the least business. So
yes,
I'm comparing this part. But when I'm comparing this area, minimum and maximum, I'm trying to see which year is beneficial for me, like which year I made most of my money. Whether I make with the breakfast blend, I made more business in 2007, 8 or 9. So I'm just comparing this part. Or I was in which year I was making less of the business, like minimum of the businesses. So if I want to see minimum of the business, I'll be applying min, like which is short form for minimum. Right. And if I want to see the maximum or higher amount of business, I'll be using the max sign, which is short for the maximum. So let's do for the minimum, equal minimum, right? Double click. And then I am comparing these years. Let's say if there are 5 years, 10 years, you can select all of these years and then click enter. The same way, equal minimum,
double click,
then double click, and then select all the years or this row entirely for the years, and then click enter. If you are trying to go for the maximum, the formula is same, equal max.
Double click.
The process of applying the formula is same. Only the type is changing, like what type of formula you are applying. Is it for the maximum? Is it for the minimum? Is it for the average? Is it for the addition? So only the type of the formula is changing. Otherwise, the process of applying the formula is same. Equal X, double click, and then you are selecting all the 3 years and click enter. Equal max. Double click. Select all the three years or whatever the number of years you want. Then click enter. So yeah, so that's how you can do the maximum and minimum, top to bottom or sideways. So now like you'll be working and I'll be watching you working with the exercise. So let's pause the recording and then we'll working with your screen. And then we start working with the So I start working with the, like we have done the addition, average, minimum, maximum. Now we'll be working the last. Just to give you an idea, the same way we have done for the addition. The answer of addition is called sum, right?
Sum,
so, let's say what is the answer of multiplication? What is the answer of multiplication? So the answer of multiplication is called the product, right? So applying the formula. I'm just showing you here so that you know that just in case if you ever forget, you can always type it on the Google and try to see what is the end result is called.
The results, Right?
So if I want to apply the multiplication, I'll just simply click equal product. I just show you here, right? What is the answer is called, right?
Yeah.
The answer of multiplication is called the product. So we are applying the same here. Let me see if I started recording or not. It's recording. Okay. So equal product, and then the same thing. I can multiply all the numbers together, like from here until here.
Yeah.
But my answer will become so big that I don't feel that I need that much bigger answer, right?
Okay.
So what I did in the exercise, I just say, I show you that Excel can do the multiplication. That it's not a problem. It has multiplied all these numbers together, right?
Okay.
We are just doing the practice. So why to use so much space just for like nothing? So what I mentioned here, multiply the last two numbers. So the formula is same, equal product. And then we want to multiply the last two numbers, which is 1208 and 2587, right? So we just simply selecting these two numbers the same way, drag it down with the mouse and enter. The same way, equal product, double click. Once your bracket open sign is there, select it says last two whites, right?
Yes.
So press the control button because now you are cherry picking. So press the control button. This is the first two white, like in the last two, this is the first one, and this is the last one, right? So select both of the number and it's done. Oh, sorry, I'm doing it for
that's on the bottom, bro.
Equal product. And here we are doing multiplying the last two numbers. So just simply select the last two numbers and then click enter. The next exercise is also the same, equal product. So once it is there, it says multiply the last two numbers. So you'll be just selecting, like dragging the last two numbers with the mouse, and it's done. If you want to multiply the last two white numbers, so how you can do that? Everything is same.
Product. And select the two white ones.
How we can select the two white ones?
You go with the control. You go first, you select the white, the 2311. Then control, and then select the 2587, and then enter.
Right? The same way, equal product.
Double click.
Then select the first one, select the second one, and then enter. The same way, equal product.
And that one, teacher, if you don't want to do equal product, what do you do? Equal and symbol time, or what?
Like you want to multiply, right? So there are two things. You can also multiply this way. So let's say if I want to multiply this number and this number, right?
Okay.
I can select this number and then the star here, and I select this one. But let's say if I have a series of 1000 numbers, you got a point? So I have to put the star with each of these 1000 numbers. That will take a lot of time. So that's why we apply the formula, right? So we just simply say equal product. Product is the formula that is taking, saving our time of putting the star sign after each number. And then equal product. And then we are multiplying the white ones. So select the first white.
Select
first white.
Control.
And then select the second one.
Enter.
I just want to make sure I put the right thing here. So now we'll be doing the two yellows, like multiplying the last two yellows, right?
Yes.
So equal
product. Double click.
And then press the control button, or you can select the first one, yellow one.
1809.
And then press the control and then select
1208. Enter.
You can also press control before selecting any number, like I show you here.
Equal. Product. Double click.
So now you press the control button, and then you can just go to the number.
Yellow.
Like, select the first one, select the second one, and then you can
enter.
Equal product. And then select the control button, go to the first yellow number, go to the second yellow number that you want to select, and then click enter, right?
Yes.
So we can do the same thing here as well, multiply 7 and 9. So you can see it is not asking you to multiply all the number from 2007, 2008, and 2009. It's only asking you to add the number of
7 and 9.
right? So it's again, it's a cherry pick condition. Equal product. And then press the control key. So you have to do the 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Go to the 7, click the 9, and then click enter.
With that, you also use control.
Exactly.
Okay.
I use control for this. Why? Because I was cherry picking. I have to select one from this corner.
Yes, and you put that other corner. Yeah.
If I don't press the control button, automatically
you're not going to be able to select it.
Exactly. No, this will be selected, but it will also select the 2008. That will actually make my things improper.
Wrong. It's gonna be made wrong because you only want 7 or 9.
Very good. So it will make my data corrupted, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Equal.
Product. And I want the number of 2007 and 9. So press control and press the number of 2007 and number of 2009 and click enter. So now this is the way you can multiply the number like you can say top to bottom, or you can also multiply the sideways, all the numbers, or you can select like cherry picking the numbers. So that's how you can work with it, right? So now let's start working with you. I'll be stop sharing my screen and pausing the recording, and then we'll go with your exercise.
Okay.
So, okay. So that's easier than the one we have done. I don't want to apply the formula here because you see, when you are trying to add a lot of numbers, you can add like multiple numbers together. Like you can add all of them one time, right?
Yes.
If you want to multiply a lot of numbers, you can do it like together. Like you can multiply all the numbers together.
Right.
But when it comes to addition or subtraction, when it comes to subtraction or division, you only need 2 numbers. Like you cannot do multiple division or multiple minus in single transaction. You have to do it one by one. Let's say I have one number and then I have to minus this one from this one. And I have to minus this one also, this one also, this one also. You cannot minus all of them together. You have to minus this one from here. Whatever is remain, then you will be minusing from that one here, then minus this one from here. Then you will continue. So you have to have 2 numbers to work with that one, right? In the same way, in the division, you need 2 numbers. One is the number and the other one is the divider. So the same way, like you need 2 numbers to work with that. So that's why I just mentioned here, like we'll be using 2 numbers. And of course, I will not tell you how to apply the formula like IM sub or something like this for applying that minus sign. Instead, we'll just simply apply the minus sign to do the transaction. So let me show you how, and then you'll find that this much is much easier. So it says subtraction, which is white minus
the white
yellow.
and yellow.
Right?
White
so
minus
white
yellow.
Minus yellow. So it's very easy. You can just simply say equal white minus. I just put the minus from the keyboard.
Well, the keyboard minus. Yeah.
Which is next to 0, right? And then I click the yellow one, and then I click enter. The same equal white minus yellow. Enter. Equal. I select the white one, which is here.
Minus.
Then I select the minus from my keyboard. And then I select the yellow one that I want to minus from this one. So I got all the 3 numbers. The same way, if I am working with a division, it says white divide by yellow, last lines, right?
Yes.
So equal the white. And then once I select the white, I have to press, like I am dividing, right? So dividing is denoted by the slash sign. So I'll be putting the slash from the keyboard. And then it says divide by yellow. So yellow is on the top. That's it. We'll do the same thing here. Equal white divide by yellow. And this cell, whatever. Like you can select any of the cell that you want to divide it.
Right.
Get divided, and then you select the cell and then divide by. And then you can select the cell from which you want to divide. So you can just select the next cell, and then you just simply click enter. So you got all the answers in here, right?
Yes.
The same way we'll be doing here in the right side. Subtract 2009 minus 2007. So it's the same way. Equal the numbers of 2009. Then we will click the minus sign from the keyboard, and then we'll click the 2007. In this one, because we are only playing with the two numbers, and of course there is a sign in between, so we don't need to press the control button or anything. We just simply click equal.
Gotcha.
One number minus the second number.
And second number.
Right. The same way. Equal this
number minus
this number. That's it. And then if I want to do the division, then equal this number divided by this number.
So.
Or equal this number, divide from the keyboard, and this number. So I got the number. Now you see the numbers are in a way that is like more than 2 decimal place, right? So you can always, once you are done with the exercise in here, you can select all of them like this, the way you are selecting your things. Just select all of them, and then you can just simply press this comma. This comma will make the numbers up to 2 decimal places. So once you click it, your answer will be having only the 2 decimal place, right? So now let's start working with your. Now let's start working with your file. Okay. So I'm pausing the recording, so that you have the minimum number of, or you can the minimum size of video with you, right?
Okay.
So I have some question. Let me ask on your screen. So you can see that some of these items, if you go on the left side, add all. If you come to the add-on area, come down, yeah, on the right side. On the right side. You did not ask any question. So now you see that you can do all of these, right? You don't have any confusion in here, right?
Yes.
I have some question. I have a question. Some of your answer has this green triangle on the left top corner, and some of them does not have.
Yes.
So why is it so? You did not ask me. You did not ask me this question, right? So let me share my screen, and then I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay.
So whenever you are working with your table, system, computer, like the Excel is smart. Excel is also following you. Excel is seeing what you are doing actually, right?
Right.
So when you are adding here, Excel was feeling that whenever it says there is a green, like whenever you find this green triangle on the left corner, it means when Excel was following you, Excel found that you made any mistake.
So, really?
Yeah. So the Excel is smart, but at the same time, humans know what they are doing, right? So when we were adding all of these numbers, we have one 2007 on the top. Excel was feeling that we had all the numbers, but we miss the number which is on the top. So Excel is alarming us that
you missed something.
Exactly. So if you click it, see it says formula omits adjacent cell. So it means it says that you missed to add this number.
Yes.
But we know that this is not the number.
We don't need
this
that.
Is the year,
that's
right?
the year. Exactly.
Exactly. So you can just simply click ignore error.
Ignore.
Okay. So that's how it is. Sometimes you really found that, yes, Excel has done the great job finding the defect, like you did something wrong and Excel actually catches it. Then you'll be
okay. So the little green thing and the size mean a mistake.
Means that Excel find that there is a mistake, right?
Yes.
Like here, if you feel that yes, you made a mistake, you can just simply click update formula to include the cells. So it will add the number which is on the top.
Yeah. So you include
whatever. Exactly. So it tell you what the mistake is. You can update this. You can correct this mistake, or if you know that you have done the right thing, Excel is asking for something, which is like you did it intentionally. Then you can just simply say ignore error, right? So the next thing, why it has not tell us in here like to here or here?
Right. Because we were only doing the two cells that we select, the two in the bottom, right?
Very good. Here we are cherry picking. So Excel knows that we are not adding all the numbers. We are picking some of the numbers,
Some
like here,
picking
here, here, here.
Exactly.
So we are still skipping some of the numbers. So Excel feels that yes, you want to leave this 2007 as skipped as well. So that's why we don't get this one, right?
Right.
So this is one thing. So the same thing here. If you see here, the mistake is here, right? So once you click it, it says formula omits adjacent cells. So if you go on the left side, you see there's 500, there's 1843, there's 25, there's 30. The system was feeling that you are adding 3 numbers, but you are skipping 4 numbers.
Yeah.
So,
but you know exactly what you're doing, so you're
exactly.
going to ignore
you can ignore it. But here again, it did not ask us why.
Because
we have selected J9, L9. We have not add the K or something like other numbers. So system knows we are cherry picking, right? So that's why this green triangle is actually showing us that there is a mistake, or there is probably a mistake that you need, that Excel is showing you. And if you want to correct it, or if you want to see, you can see it and then correct it if required.
Yeah.
Okay. So next thing is, if I ask you to, like this one is BDFHOS ultraviolet Verona, right?
Yeah, you want to do it on the alphabetical?
Yeah, if I, it's already in the alphabetical. If I tell you to make it the other side, like if you can make it from Verona ultra roast first and then go towards, like the backward. So how you can do that?
Don't know.
Okay, so that is actually part of the data. So you can just simply select all of them.
Okay.
Right? And then you can just go to data, right? And then you can sort it. So first one is A to Z, which is it's already right. You can simply click Z to A.
Sort.
So it says expand the selection or continue with the current cell. So we have some data downside, but we don't want to add that data, right? We only want to change these things only, right?
Yes.
So you can just simply say continue with the current selection and then sort. So now you see, oh, I think I missed some of them. So let me correct it again. I made a mistake, I think. I skipped, that's why it was asking me. So if I do this Z to A, continue with the current selection, click sort. So why it's not doing it? Because Z to A, continue with the current selection, sort. Yeah, so now it has done for us, right?
Yes. And so it only changed the names, but doesn't change the rest of the numbers, or what was the deal?
This is we have selected something, it has done it. But technically, when we are changing the name, it is actually changing the entire data. Like if I am changing, when I'm like sorting it, it will sort the entire data. So let me show you. Yeah. So if I want to sort this entire table, let me show you here. Select it and then apply the filter, right? And then you can make it Z to A. We have some merge cell here in between. So let me see, where are the merge cells? So I think it's a bug in the 2019. So let's work on it on the previous version. Like let's do it on your screen. So I'm just sharing your screen, and then you can start working or showing me the same thing on your computer. Right.
Okay, so
go to the left, go to left. Yeah. Keep going left. Yeah. Select the breakfast blend, and then until end of the screen. Yeah. Go to data. Left side. Yeah. And then sort Z to A, the downside. So you have the similar thing coming.
This one.
Continue with the selection, yeah. Click sort. So you have, no, yours is done correctly, right? So just start selecting from the name, like from the start of the name, not from the breakfast. Start selecting from the name.
From here?
Yeah.
From here?
Yeah. Start selecting from the entire one. Yeah.
Okay.
And then do Z to A. Continue with the current selection. Come down. Yeah. Sort.
Okay. You change it.
It has changed, but why it's breakfast blend is in the down and then just do undo. Let me see. Yeah. Breakfast blend. Verona is 14. Redo. Just click the redo button, which is right one. So Verona is still 13. Yeah, undo. Click undo. So it's the bug. Let's see one more thing. Let me stop the recording because I thought that it's a bug only in my system. So can you show me your go to file? File. Left side. Yeah, come down.
File.
Yeah.
Down?
Yeah. No, file. Click the file button.
The file, okay.
Go to this options. Keep going down. In this one, click for the advanced.
Which one?
Advanced, yeah, this one. It does not show any information. Just click cancel it.
Cancel it.
Downside, yeah. Cancel. Yeah. So click the file again. Click help. Maybe it will tell us the information. Click help. Yeah. So it is 2010 plus. Okay. Click home. Click home. It means it is go up, go on the top. It's on the top. Yeah. The home tab.
Oh, the home tab.
Yeah, the purpose of this data filtering, or you can say sorting, is to make sure that whatever the data pertains to breakfast blend will move with it. Like it can go up or go down with the breakfast blend. But here we see that when we are moving breakfast blend, it's not taking it to the right place. Like it's not taking the data with it. So let me do it one more time. So I can see that it's only moving the name of the product. It's not moving the data.
Not moving the whole thing. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah.
This is the problem. It means it's a bug in the newer version or something. I just need to check with the. Let me do it one more way. Like normally we can do it this way also. Filter, and then if I move it Z to A. So here it's giving me option that there are some merge cells. So I need to check like what the problem is. Otherwise, normally it should work. Like it's a normal practice. Just let me on some other exercises. Maybe those will help. So work with this one. Data. It is giving me the same option here. or I can do filter, and then I can do Z to A. Continue the current selection, sort. So there's some mistake in this one. I mean, there's some bug with this with the filter and sorting. I think we need to work with it in the next class.
Okay.
The only thing is, like, I need to make sure that we have the updated version or something, or they have corrected it. But if you have the older version, you will find that you can like sort the data the way you want, like
Yes.
From in alphabetical order, ascending or descending way, it will work. Or if when you apply the filter, you can also work with that one. The only problem is when you apply the filter, all the data which is here will come up too, and that's I'm just trying to avoid it by selecting only the portion which is that I want to make change. So there's a bug in this area. So let's wait for this bug to be resolved, or let's wait until next week when it is resolved. Until then, you have the 7 exercises, and you can work with them like until plus, minus, multiply, divide, until this division area, right? So we'll be start working from the conditional formatting in the next class.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Thanks, Mark. See you on Tuesday next week.
See you on Tuesday next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.